get your shots. We want to socialize and be with our families in the future.
Why is this senior vaccine buddy program being implemented over the course of these last several weeks?
Yeah. So the neighborhood we're in and neighborhoods around it have been disproportionately affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The seniors here have faced the brunt of it. So when we have the vaccine coming out, we want to make sure that access is as easy as possible here. And one way to do that is to do something simple. Knock on their doors, talk to them about the vaccine, and schedule their appointment right then and there. And that's exactly what our great team members are doing, have been doing, and will continue to do.
So you just had your door knocked on, and what message did they send to you?
Get out, get the vaccine. I've been talking to family and friends constantly, and most of my siblings have gotten their first vaccine. And some people are not, and as I was speaking to a neighbor earlier, 2 of my neighbors have gotten theirs. And I said, woohoo, good for you guys. We cannot idly stand by and not do this.
A large percentage of the illness and most of the deaths have been east of the river in southeast Washington, D.C. So certainly, if you think about it, the responsible thing is for most of the vaccines, for us to focus east of the river when we're convincing people that this is the thing to do.
Okay, I have a 1245.
When you guys walk up to a door and somebody says they haven't got vaccinated, what do you tell them then?
We say, well, this is your lucky day because we're going to sign you up for a vaccine. And should they say, well, I don't know, and they are a little hesitant, then that's a great opportunity for us to begin to educate them about the process. So we're their senior vaccine buddy. And so 24 hours before their appointments, we're calling them and we're like, hey, remember I knocked on your door? You have an upcoming appointment, just to, calm their nerves and make sure that they remember all the necessary documentation and clothing requirements.
Thank you. All right, Jules, take care.
Thank you.
All right, babe.
I would say for everyone that needs to take it, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Have you been telling friends and family
Yeah,
this?
well, I've been calling. I got 2 of my brothers. One took his first the 23rd. The other one took his first yesterday. They go next month, 23rd and the 24th. I did 7 of us.
7 people.
Yeah.
Not only that I have grandparents, but I also have a lot of elders in my family. Also, my friends have elders in their family too. So, just by hearing the frustration in their voice and the pain of them not being able to navigate the technology and stuff like that. So by me being there to assist them, it just gives them so much joy. And then, not only that, give them joy, give me joy.
More about this program. When did D.C. realize that it really had a problem vaccinating vulnerable seniors? And what kind of a difference is this outreach making so far?
It was clear, Allison, that this is going to be an issue here. Just take this part of Washington, D.C. where we're looking at here. And this is Ward 7 and Ward 8. And if you look at Washington, D.C. on a map, there's the Anacostia River that essentially divides parts of Washington, D.C. In Ward 7 and 8, about 96% of the residents are people of color here. There is a clear generational disparity in terms of access to just basic broadband. The city says more than 1/3 of residents here on this side of the river don't have access to basic internet, which adds troubles if you're trying to create a vaccination. And that is why when you are looking at just these last couple of weeks, the numbers of vaccines that have come in, you've got to look at that rate. If you're looking at folks, seniors, 65 and older, compare Ward 8 right here where we are right now, just over 20% of folks 65 and older have received their first vaccine dose. Compare that to Ward 3, which is more affluent, predominantly white. The median household income is $130,000 there. More than 50% of the residents 65 and older have received that first dose there. The disparity is clear, and that is why the city is targeting these neighborhoods, going door to door. I was talking to Ms. Mosley, who told me on her patio, she said she got her shot over at the pharmacy down the road. She said, but it was all the white folks from across the river who had taken up the appointments here in this neighborhood, and that is why the city acknowledged that had to change.
from seniors that this program is targeting. What are they telling you about what they think of it and what their concerns are about the vaccine?
You know, and one part of it is, you know, folks that don't have access to the technology or maybe not quick enough to get those appointments. The other part of it is, you know, tamping down folks' concerns about whether they should get it or not. And I think that's why this next kind of back and forth that I'm going to let you hear is speaks to that. Because Gary Thomas, when we were on the road here yesterday with the senior vaccine buddies from the city, well, we met Gary Thomas and he was a hard no. And then just 5 minutes later, after a few minutes of thinking about it and looking at the paperwork, well, he had a little different tune. Take a listen. Have folks tried to convince you
yeah, my
to get a vaccine?
My kids.
Did they get their vaccines? Or?
Yeah, all the little one gonna try to convince you, but
yeah.
I'm not saying I would never.
Sure. What would it take to convince you to get one?
I just got to just wait a little while, see what goes on with it.
Yeah.
See, that's all. I mean, I ain't got nothing against it. If it help people, fine. But like I said, I'm not no needle lover, first of all. You know, I haven't even took the flu shot, and that's been on how long? So, you know, I ain't got nothing against it. It just ain't for me. I'm going to read this, and like if he gave me the number to call, so 9 times 10, they probably end up winning. But I just ain't going down with a fight, that's all.
How likely do you think you are to give that number a call?
Pretty possible, pretty possible. I'd say about 85%.
85%? That's a big departure from just 5 minutes ago.
Like I said, you don't know my kids and my grandkids, so it'll be easy.
Yeah. Allison, that is the goal of this program. Take the appointments directly to folks like Gary Thomas to ensure that he gets vaccinated, not only to protect himself, but also, as you heard him say, his own children, his grandkids, his neighbors. That is why they are making such a concerted effort to increase that vaccination rate here in this part of Washington, D.C.
Milwaukee partnership is expanding its efforts to get COVID vaccines out into the community and giving door-to-door shots to those who want it. Mary Jo Ola is live near 16th and Atkinson with an update on the mission to build confidence and trust in the shots.
This team has a goal of going into these Milwaukee neighborhoods, respectfully educating people on the COVID-19 vaccines and letting people make their own informed choices. Now, the people who are the boots on the ground here are called mobilizers. Their efforts are built on a growing partnership between a group known as Jump at the Sun, local government, the health department, the Medical College of Wisconsin, and Alverno College, to name a few. Organizers say in a matter of 8 days, going door to door, they vaccinated 137 people. Now they're expanding by working with the Milwaukee Housing Authority, creating a teen squad of volunteers, and also creating a Spanish-speaking team.
Our goal as a state was to achieve 80% vaccination herd immunity. And we have to touch everyone, not just those who automatically are wanting to get vaccinated and are not facing barriers. We're trying to remove some of those barriers.
Now, mobilizers are required to be fully vaccinated, but there are also people who live and know these communities, and organizers behind this partnership say that piece is so important, building confidence and trust.